Top 5 Bigfoot sightings in New Mexico. Tracking the unknown. Across the Land of Enchantment. New Mexico, a state known for its sweeping deserts, ancient pueblos, and rugged mountain ranges, is home to approximately 2.1 million residents. The top 3 cities, Albuquerque, Las Cruces, and Rio Rancho, are located in the central and southern regions, while much of the northern and western parts of the state remain sparsely populated. With a population density of only 17 people per square mile, New Mexico ranks near the bottom of U.S. states. 34% of New Mexico is forested, offering vast, secluded areas for elusive creatures like Bigfoot. New Mexico's earliest stories of Bigfoot-like beings come from the Apache and Pueblo peoples, who told of giant, hairy creatures living deep in the forests or canyons. These beings were often described as guardians of nature, living in harmony with the land, but remaining hidden from most humans. Oral traditions referred to them as shadow men or forest giants, often feared and respected, especially by those venturing too far into the wilderness. Newspaper accounts from the early 1900s mention wild men seen in the Mogollon Mountains. In 1905, a group of miners near Silver City saw a massive upright creature watching them from a canyon wall. They opted not to pursue it, citing its human-like movements and the sheer fear it inspired. Now here are the top 5 Bigfoot sightings in New Mexico, listed in reverse order. Number 5. The Sandia Mountain Shadow. Location: Sandia Mountains near Albuquerque, New Mexico. Date: February 2021. Number of witnesses: 2. The Sandia Mountains rise dramatically along the eastern edge of Albuquerque, offering miles of pine-covered trails, granite cliffs, and panoramic views. Sandia Crest is a popular destination for hikers, bird watchers, and winter sports enthusiasts. In February 2021, 2 snowshoers hiking along the Oso Ridge Trail encountered a series of large, human-like tracks in the fresh snow, leading off the trail into a densely wooded canyon. Just minutes later, they heard a low, resonant howl followed by the sound of heavy movement through the trees. The weather was cold and clear, and the snow offered perfect conditions for tracking, though they wisely chose not to follow. Number 4. The Gila Wilderness Grunt. Location: Gila National Forest near Silver City, New Mexico. Date: August 2020. Number of witnesses: 3. The Gila National Forest, one of the largest in the contiguous U.S., spans over 3.3 million acres of wild rivers, mesas, and densely forested mountains. In August 2020, 3 backpackers camping along the middle fork of the Gila River heard distinctive wood knocks and deep grunts after dark. When they scanned the opposite bank with headlamps, they caught a brief glimpse of a tall, bipedal figure stepping behind a cluster of trees. The remote location and warm, clear night added to the credibility of their claim, especially since no other campers were known to be nearby. Number 3. The Carson National Forest Watcher. Location: Carson National Forest near Taos, New Mexico. Date: June 2019. Number of witnesses: 1. Carson National Forest in northern New Mexico is known for its high-altitude forests, mountain lakes, and remote hiking trails. It draws thousands of outdoor enthusiasts each year, particularly in the summer. In June 2019, a solo hiker near Hopewell Lake experienced an unsettling moment when he noticed a large, upright figure watching him from the tree line across a meadow. He observed it for nearly 20 seconds before it disappeared silently into the forest. When he crossed the meadow to investigate, he found several deep impressions in the mossy ground, too wide and long to be human. The weather was sunny and still, offering excellent visibility. Number 3. The Lincoln County Growler. Lincoln National Forest near Ruidoso, New Mexico. Date: October 2022. Number of witnesses: 4. Lincoln National Forest is famous for its towering ponderosa pines, winding trails, and historical connections to the Old West and Smokey Bear. In October 2022, 4 friends staying at Silver Campground were startled by repeated growling and wood knocking around their site just after midnight. One of them briefly spotted a large, upright silhouette behind a cluster of trees, illuminated by a lantern. The following morning, they discovered clawed tree markings 8 to 9 feet above the ground, and several flattened patches of grass in a nearby clearing. Number 1. The Pecos Wilderness Encounter. Location: Pecos Wilderness near Cowles, New Mexico. Date, May 2023. Number of witnesses, 5. The Pecos Wilderness, part of the Santa Fe and Carson National Forests, is a remote and protected high country expanse filled with alpine meadows, lakes, and ancient forests. It sees fewer visitors due to its rugged trails and high elevation, making it a perfect setting for elusive wildlife and unexplained encounters. In May 2023, 5 hikers on a multi-day trek reported an extended sighting of a massive, fur-covered creature walking along a ridge just after dawn. They were camped near Trucas Lake at over 11,000 feet elevation when one hiker spotted movement on the opposite slope. One of the witnesses, Carlos Ramirez, a biology professor from Santa Fe, described it this way. "We watched it through binoculars. It wasn't a bear. It walked upright for nearly a minute, arms swinging, then squatted near a group of rocks. The way it moved was methodical, intelligent. I've studied animal locomotion. This was something different." The group observed the creature for nearly 5 minutes before it disappeared into a dense stand of trees. They later hiked to the ridge where they had seen it and found huge footprints in the soft soil, along with snapped branches at shoulder height. While New Mexico is more commonly associated with UFOs and ancient ruins, the state's forests, river valleys, and high-altitude wilderness have quietly become a significant part of Bigfoot folklore in the American Southwest. Hit subscribe to follow this channel as we track Bigfoot and other weird and wacky happenings across the United States. Do you believe your region or town deserves a top rating? Or have you had an unusual encounter in the woods you can't explain? Does Bigfoot still exist, or is he simply a product of overactive imaginations? Please leave a comment in the comment section. We would love to hear from you.